What is up, guys? We have the Battle of the Bots round 2 here. Yes, I have 3 different skimmers here from the very low end. I don't want to say low end, but in terms of price, the Betta SE Plus over here. We have the Dolphin Skimmi mid-range right here. And finally, we have the Beatbot iSkim Ultra over here. The most expensive skimmer out of the 3 right here. Now, how do the 3 of these compare? And to be completely honest with you, any one of these 3 skimmers will do a great job at automatically skimming your pool. Yes, the job of an automatic pool skimmer is to be turned on, placed inside the pool, and it floats on the top surface of the pool, picking up all that debris before it sinks down to the bottom of the pool. So it makes it so that you don't have to clean the bottom surface nearly as often. That's the job of an automatic pool skimmer. And any one of these 3 will do that job really well. So how do you figure out which one of these is perfect for you? Well, let's talk about it. Now, before we get into this review, I want to mention I am not sponsored for any one of these cleaners. I paid out of pocket for each one of these. All my reviews are based off of my own opinions. How these work in my pool back here. In your pool, it might work a little bit different, might work better, it might work worse. But just keep an open mind, and I hope this review helps. Now, before I get deeper into this review, I want to mention what an automatic pool skimmer really is designed to do and how it does it. Any one of these skimmers, regardless of it being the most expensive or the least expensive, is designed to clean the pool over a period of time. Yes, you have to put these devices into the pool and leave it for a period of time. Do not expect any one of these to do a very fast job. It's not designed for that reason. If you want a fast job, if you want a fast skimming job, what you need to do is you need to go grab yourself a pool net and physically go skim the pool yourself. There's no device on the market right now that will skim the pool faster than your own human body with a pool net. So keep that in mind. When taking into consideration which one of these you want, how fast it moves, that they're all designed to be used over a period of time. I'd say 12 to 24 hours. And in that period of time, in a sense, they all pick up the same amount of debris. Now that's very important because if they pick up the same amount of debris, why would you spend more money on a skimmer that's more expensive as opposed to a lesser, least expensive option? Just keep that in mind. First off, let's talk about price here. We have 3 skimmers here and they all range in price, different levels of price here. At the very high end, the most expensive, the Beatbot iSkim Ultra here at the $1,000, $1,100 mark. Very expensive, but it's actually a very, very good skimmer. One of my favorites. Over here in the center, we have the Dolphin Skimmi here, made from a big name brand. This comes in at the $500, $600 mark, and it also works amazingly well, backed by a big name brand. Now, on the low end, I don't want to say low end, but the base model, this Betta SE Plus over here is the industry standard for which I compare all other skimmers. And I'll tell you why. Betta has been around basically since the beginning. They were one of the first to introduce an automatic pool skimmer, and they've been one of the most reputable, the most dependable brands in terms of automatic pool skimmers. And that's why I choose the Betta as the industry standard. This right here, this is the SE Plus version. This one comes in at about the $300, $350 mark. So for the price of the Dolphin Skimmi, you can get 2 Bettas. For the price of the iSkim Ultra, you can get 3 to 4 Bettas over here, depending on the sale or not. So why would you, if they all do the same job, why would you purchase the Skimmi over the Betta or the iSkim Ultra over the Betta, knowing that the Betta pretty much does a great job skimming your pool? Well, let's talk about it. What makes these skimmers a great choice? First off, let's talk about the Betta SE Plus over here. The Betta SE Plus works amazing in the pool. You can charge it in 2 ways. The Betta SE Plus can be charged with the power of the sun, meaning that when there's sunlight outside and it's moving around, it will absorb sunlight and charge its battery and be able to run itself in the pool. Works awesome for that. Works great in the summer swim season. On the other hand, when it's fall and winter season, or if you want to use it in the dark and the battery isn't charged, there is a second charging option that you can use to pretty much charge the Betta. You can plug it into an AC outlet through a plug and charge it that way as well. 2 charging options for the Betta SE Plus makes it a great choice. The Betta SE Plus has sensors built in so that when it moves towards a wall and it senses an object, it'll begin to turn away from the wall, from the object, and not get stuck. It's awesome. Now this Betta SE Plus, where this shines the most is the fact that it is the most simple out of the 3 skimmers here. Not only is it the most inexpensive out of the 3, but it is the most simple. This means that if you're looking for a very easy to use, sort of plug and play, set it and forget it type of skimmer, and you want to save a lot of money, the Betta SE Plus is the way to go. Nothing super fancy with it, and it works really great in the pool. Now, take it the next step up. If you're in the market for an automatic pool skimmer and you want extra features, that's where the Skimmi and the iSkim Ultra comes into play. The Skimmi and the iSkim is packed with extra features that you don't necessarily need, but you may want. So let's talk about the features on these here and what they are and why you may want them. The Dolphin Skimmi over here is the mid-range brand, made from a big name brand, Dolphin. So you know that if anything's wrong with this, Maytronics Dolphin will back you up with that warranty. Awesome. Now, before I tell you the extra features that the Dolphin Skimmi has, I do want to mention one thing that it does not have, which is unfortunate compared to the Betta SE Plus. The Dolphin Skimmi here can only be used during the swim season. So what I mean by that, it has one charging option. Basically, the solar panel right here, it works off of the power of the sun. There is no second charging option, unlike the Betta SE Plus here, where you can plug it into an AC outlet and charge it that way. There is no second charging option. You can only use this during the swim season. However, if you want to keep it open all year long and you need a skimmer to work in the fall and winter in the evening to basically have a second charging option, then the Skimmi might not be the way to go. But aside from that, if you close your pool off anyways, then the Skimmi is a great choice. Now, one of the main features of the Dolphin Skimmi is that it is the first skimmer on the market to be able to be used with both a cordless and corded cleaner. Yes, if you have a corded cleaner like a suction side or a pressure side cleaner with a hose, if you have a corded cleaner, the type that you plug into the wall in an electrical outlet, then the Dolphin Skimmi was the first skimmer on the market that you could use in conjunction at the same time with those cleaners. Yes, up until the Skimmi, you could not use a cleaner aside from a cordless cleaner. Otherwise, it will get tangled up. The Skimmi was the first one with that anti-tangle feature, the smart feature to be used with corded and cordless options. That's what makes this Skimmi stand out. In addition to the features that the Betta SE Plus has, aside from the second charging option, the Skimmi does have an online app, which is pretty neat. On that online app, you'll get access to a number of features. You'll get the battery percentage, you'll get the amount of charging kilowatts per hour, what this charging status power is, which is neat. You'll notice that in covered spaces, it gets less sunlight than other places. You'll get the temperature of the pool, which is awesome. You'll also get a remote control feature, so you can pretty much control the Skimmi like a little remote control car in the pool to target areas of your pool if you want that, so that's neat. And finally, on the Dolphin Skimmi, you'll be able to access a really cool feature, scheduling. Yes, the Dolphin Skimmi is the first skimmer. Much like it's the first skimmer to be used with a corded cleaner, the Skimmi is the first skimmer to have scheduling. Yes, you can schedule the Skimmi to turn on and off during certain times of the day, which is pretty awesome. Now, I'll tell you why. If you use a variable speed pump or if you use a one-speed pump, then your pump is programmed to turn on and off during certain times of the day. The issue with skimmers is the fact that when you have your pump running, if the RPMs are too high, for instance, if you have a one-speed high RPM pump, all skimmers will struggle in the water because of the flow of the water and it won't perform well at all. Being able to have a schedule like that on the Skimmi means that you can adjust it on the app itself. You don't have to go to your pump and change the setting on your pump. Just change it on the app itself. It's much more convenient that way. So that's great. Now, another neat feature that the Skimmi has that you may want is the fact that it deals with edge pool cleaning. Yes, what I mean by that? Well, a lot of skimmers on the market, if not most of them, they're designed so that when they approach the wall of the pool, let's say this is the wall right here, and there's debris all along the wall, Most skimmers, like the Betta SE over here, when it begins to approach the wall, it will sense the wall. So what it does is it begins to turn away from the wall. So you can see all this debris along the edge of the pool wall gets ignored. You don't get to reach that debris. So it moves along in a random path along the pool. You leave that pool edge full of debris. The Dolphin Skimmi has what they call waterline splashing, a really cool feature where the Skimmi will move up to the pool edge wall and go up to it, and what it does is it actually splatters water up against the wall and knocks that debris into the basket. It's a really neat feature, really awesome to see, and it focuses on edge cleaning. Really great. All right, guys, so take a look right here. I have set it to perimeter cleaning right here, and take a look. It goes right to the water line right here, and this is how it cleans the water line in perimeter cleaning mode. Now here's another look of that perimeter cleaning at this angle here. It'll move all the way down this wall right here. Totally awesome. Really cool setting, really cool mode to use just to focus on the perimeter, the edge of the pool, which in most cases, all these other skimmers struggle because they tend to turn away from the pool. So this really does pick up debris on the edge of the pool really well. Great. Another great feature about the Dolphin Skimmi is that it has a basket design that has an anti-spill design. So what I mean by that, a lot of the skimmers on the market, particularly the early skimmers, when they're stopped or backing out because there is an opening for the debris to go into, there's also an opening for the debris to escape out. A lot of these skimmers, the Betta SE Plus is one of those skimmers, will release debris back in the pool when it's paused or reversing backing up. It's just a side effect of the flow of the water. The Skimmi here, on the other hand, uses the debris basket that has a flap, which actually closes so that it won't release as much debris back into the pool. Now, I do want to mention that every single anti-spill design on every single basket that I've used for other brands will not be 100%. The Skimmi is not 100% at all. So keep in mind, it's just less debris will be able to escape with that anti-spill design. Now, let's take another big giant step forward and talk about this Beatbot iSkim Ultra here. The nicest looking, the most premium high-end skimmer on the market right now with the highest price tag. And to be honest, nobody needs a skimmer like the iSkim Ultra. Nobody needs it. But a lot of people like myself want this skimmer. With the amount of features that it has, I want to use this skimmer. If you have the income, this is a really great choice, particularly because of all the extra features that you don't need, but you may want. So let's talk about it. What makes the iSkim Ultra? What features make it different than the rest here? Well, first off, it has all the features of the Betta SE Plus and the Dolphin Skimmi in some sort of variation. It has 2 charging options. It uses the power of the sun, yes, but it also has a second charging option like the Betta SE Plus, but instead of using a plug-in port, it uses a wireless magnetic charging system. Yes, it's a pretty awesome system where there is no hole to plug into the charge. It has a pad that you just stick the magnetic charger on super easy and sticks right on. And what that does is it creates a very safe environment for charging. The issue with these sort of devices here is the fact that they get wet. Sometimes there is hidden moisture and it can seep into those ports, those charging ports. Having a wireless charging pad with no open port eliminates that risk right there. So that's pretty great. Now the Beatbot iSkim Ultra here also has an online app. And on that online app, you'll have the access to a number of cool features. You'll get the ambient weather temperature. You get the temperature in the pool. Great. You get the battery status, which is awesome. You'll get access to a remote control so you can use it in the pool like an RC car. You'll also have a second acceleration feature. Yes, you can actually make the Beatbot iSkim Ultra go even faster in the pool. Pretty neat. Unnecessary, but neat. And you'll also have access to scheduling. Now remember, the Dolphin Skimmi was the first to have scheduling. The iSkim Ultra also has that scheduling feature. Now, like the Dolphin Skimmi here, the Beatbot iSkim Ultra has edge cleaning as well, but in a different sense. The Dolphin Skimmi uses waterline splashing. The iSkim Ultra here uses these front side rolling brushes over here on the front. Now, how does that work? Well, when the iSkim Ultra approaches a wall, it'll sense it and move along the wall. as it's moving along the wall, the brushes will spin, and debris that's near those brushes along the wall will be sucked forward into the debris basket. So it picks up the debris around the edge wall right there. So that's pretty awesome. Another really great edge cleaning feature for the Beatbot iSkim Ultra. Now, one feature on the Beatbot iSkim Ultra that other skimmers don't have is what they call a water clarification system. And basically, it's the system in the back that uses a clarification kit, which is a kit filled up with a natural solution, recycled crab shells. And what that does is it dispenses it along the pool and it clears up your pool. If you have cloudy water in your pool, it'll clear it up. There is a continuous cost to it if you choose to use it, but it is the only skimmer on the market with a water clarification system. Now, what makes the iSkim Ultra stand out from the rest over here is the fact that the iSkim Ultra is the only skimmer on the market right now with smart preset path planning. Yes, what is that? Well, basically, unlike these other skimmers on the market, the iSkim Ultra has a pattern that it follows when it turns on in the pool. The Betta SE Plus, the Dolphin Skimmi over here, moves in a random pattern along the pool. So when it's cleaning, it'll sense an object and turn away and move in a random pattern along the pool. The iSkim Ultra, on the other hand, makes an S-like pattern along the pool as it's cleaning the pool. And what it does by doing so is it takes on more debris in a shorter amount of time, or it covers more space in a shorter amount of time because of that preset path. Now, preset paths aren't anything new. They've been doing this for automatic robotic cleaners for a very long time on the bottom surface of the pool. It makes sense. So for a automatic pool skimmer to have preset paths, it's a big step. What it means is that it'll be able to clean the pool faster in a shorter amount of time. But remember, these are designed to be left in the pool for long periods of time. To do the job correctly, you have to leave these skimmers in the pool for long periods of time. So having something clean faster isn't really necessary. But being able to see the iSkim Ultra move in a preset pattern is really neat. So I talked a lot about these three skimmers here, the Betta SE Plus, the Dolphin Skimmi, and the Beatbot iSkim Ultra. Now, I'm going to do something that most people will never do. I'm going to put all three of these skimmers into the pool at the same time, load up the pool with a lot of debris, and show you how well they all work at the same time. This is a really great way to show you the obstacle avoidance, obviously, because they'll be fighting each other in the pool, and it'll also show you how well they move and how differently they move while in the pool. So let's go ahead and do that. So my pool is pretty clean the way it is. So I've got a bag of debris right here of leaves in general, all sorts of different sizes. I'm gonna go ahead and toss into the pool. So let's fill this pool up with debris. All right, take a look at all that debris that I tossed into the pool here. Now let's go ahead and place all these skimmers inside. First off, the Betta SE Plus. Here's the Dolphin Skimmi. And finally over here, the iSkim Ultra. And take a look at that. All of them are moving along the pool. Now, I do want to mention the Skimmi over there. You can see it flopping around. It has a paddle system. It is the loudest one out of the three of these here in the pool because of the paddle system. Now, right off the bat, you can pretty much tell that the Skimmi and the iSkim Ultra move much faster. They are the more expensive machine, but the Betta does well in general. Remember, this isn't a speed game. It's all about being left for a long period of time. So even though you can see the Skimmi moving quickly around the pool, the Betta will eventually catch up over a period of time. Now right there, you can see that they run into each other, but they don't get stuck. They're designed to avoid obstacles. But you can really see the Betta SE Plus pick up all that debris just as well as the other skimmers over here. Now right over here, the Skimmi is picking on the Betta. It literally just pushed the Betta all the way back here. It's pretty much the bully in the pool, but it's also kind of the most impressive at the moment, the way it's moving. Now here's a quick time lapse of the skimmers in the pool. I ran this for exactly 1 hour and you could really tell how well the skimmers move in the pool. Remember, the iSkim Ultra is the only one out of the three here that moves in a smart preset S-like pattern along the pool. It's just that in this setup right here with the other two skimmers, it's kind of knocking it off of its track, but it's still doing really well. So if you compare the other two skimmers, the Betta SE Plus and the Dolphin Skimmi together, you can see that their random pattern still works really well in the pool. It's not as predictable, but it still picks up debris along the pool. This is especially the case left over a long period of time. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and take these all out. It's been about an hour here. I'll grab the Betta right over here. Set this down right here, turn it off. I'm gonna grab the Skimmi before it runs away. Set this right over here. And finally, I will grab the Beatbot iSkim right here and set it down right over here. Now go ahead and take a look at the pool over here. It's been about an hour and it picked up a majority of the debris. Looks much clearer now. There are a few pieces, bits and pieces all around, but again, it's been about an hour since these have been running right here. If I left it longer, it'll probably pick up all of the debris. Now, let's go ahead and open these up and I'll show you the debris inside. First off, we have the Betta SE Plus over here. Open this up and take a look at that. Here is the debris for the Betta right here. Take a look at all the different sizes of debris. I'll just set it down just like that. Small, medium, big debris right there. Inside of the basket, you can see there is smaller debris inside of that basket as well. Pretty awesome. Now let's take a look at the Dolphin Skimmi over here. Let's pull this basket out and take a look at all that debris over here. Same thing. Small, medium, large size debris right here. Smaller debris in the basket right there. So that's awesome. And finally, over here, we have the iSkim Ultra right here. Let's go ahead and pop this open. Open up that basket and take a look at that. Look at all that debris in the iSkim Ultra here. Small, medium, large size debris. And it looks like it picked up a lot. Much more than the rest of the skimmers there. If you go ahead and take a look at all three of these here, you can see that they picked up a majority of the debris in the pool. Even though it looked like the Skimmi was the fastest, the Betta SE picked up probably about the same amount of debris. But on the other hand, because of the bigger basket on the iSkim Ultra, it did pick up more debris, even though it looked like it moved slower than the rest. So that's surprising. Overall, all three of these did pick up a ton of debris though. So you guys can see that all three of these skimmers work really well in the pool to pick up all that surface debris. If you're in the market for an automatic pool skimmer that's super simple, easy to use, a simple plug and play, the least expensive option is that Betta SE Plus over there. It'll do a great job in the pool. It's as simple as it gets and it works really well. That's all you really need in an automatic pool skimmer, the Betta SE Plus. However, if you want to take it a step up, you want extra features, an online app, you want to be able to use it with corded and cordless cleaners, you want to be able to schedule cleanings, you want that waterline splashing feature, then the Dolphin Skimmi is the way to go. But remember, the Dolphin Skimmi does not have a second charging option. Now, take it one step further, and you have the Beatbot iSkim Ultra, the most expensive one out of the bunch, but with the most amount of features. Everything the rest of these two skimmers have, and then some more. Has preset paths built inside, a very large debris basket, and just a much more premium feel than the rest of these skimmers. Definitely a high-end premium skimmer, worth it in that sense. Regardless of whichever one of these three skimmers you choose, they all work really well. Look at all that debris they each picked up. The Betta SE Plus, the Dolphin Skimmi, and the Beatbot iSkim Ultra, definitely a set of skimmers here I recommend.
We hope this review helps.